Bismillahirrahmanirrahim and Assalamu alaikum. Dear students, today we will talk about the second superclass, which is known as the Amphibia, and this belongs to the subphylum Vertebrata, which belongs to the second division Craniata of the phylum Chordata. So this is the class Amphibia. Name of the class has been derived from a Latin word amphi, which means both. Animals of this class have characters of both aquatic and terrestrial animals. So these amphibians are considered on the borderline of these two groups. Now the transition of amphibians from the aquatic life to the terrestrial life is clearly indicated in this class. It is believed that the Devonian period of the geological history of the earth, certain lobe-finned fishes of the group Dipnoi came to live in the shallow water. They started crawling from one pool to another in the search of food and to avoid overcrowding and competition. In this way, they used to spend some of the time on land. These fishes are believed to give rise to amphibians. Now students, we will talk about the general characteristics of the members of the superclass Amphibia. According to the skin, they have smooth and moist skin. The mucus glands are present on their skin which prevent the desiccation and gives the slippery touch to their skin and also provide a disease-free environment. They have the poison glands on the skin which produces diverse array of chemicals. Amphibia are poikilothermic, that means they are cold-blooded vertebrates because they cannot maintain internal body temperature. Sexes are separate and the fertilization is external in them. They breed in water and their larva, called the tadpole larva, lives in water and respire through the gills and swims with the help of their laterally flattened tail. After developing the lungs during the metamorphosis, they come out of water and starts in a terrestrial life. In some amphibia like the Necturus, the gills are retained throughout the life. So they are the tetrapods having two pectoral and two pelvic limbs. Some are legless, for example they are the Sicilians. They have webbed feet, but the fingers are without claws. Their skin is pigmented, smooth and glandular, which is always kept moist and help in respiration. So the figure is showing you the complex life cycle of the amphibians, in which they are showing the metamorphosis. Superclass Amphibia is divided into three types. They may be the Anurus, which are without tail. The figure 1 is representing you the member of the Anurus. The second type are the Urodels. These are with tail. And the second figure is representing you the member of the Urodels. And the third type is called the Gymnophions, which are without legs. So they have the general characteristics like that they have no nails or claws. They have minimal number of teeth. Most have a tongue that is projectile and sticky. Spends first stages of life in water as the tadpoles. They go through the drastic changes during the development, and these changes are called the metamorphosis. Tadpoles are herbivores while the adults are carnivores. They are ectotherm, as we spoke of earlier, that they cannot maintain their body temperature. That's why they show the two types of behavior, which is the hibernation and the estivation. Hibernation is actually the spending of their lifetime period under the sand or the mud, and this is the period of inactivity during the winters. When this type of period of inactivity is in the summer, this is called the estivation. So they have smooth, moist skin, mucus glands are present, and these skin characters we have already read. Now respiration is through their skin, which is the cutaneous type of respiration. Gas exchange occurs across the moist skin. And the second type of respiration they have is the pulmonary, which is through the lungs. Gas exchange occurs in the paired lungs. And the third type of respiration is through gills. The larval forms and the neotenics are the forms which respire through the gills. Now we will see their feeding behavior, that the tadpoles are herbivores while the adults are the carnivores. They have a closed type of blood circulatory system, and the heart has 3 chambers, 2 atrium and only 1 ventricle. They do not have a well-developed blood system or the circulatory system, because there is a mixing of the oxygenated and deoxygenated blood occur in them. Now we will talk about some other characteristics, which are the nervous, sensory and the muscular system. Well-developed brain is attached to the dorsal nerve cord. They contain a well-developed muscular system, sensory receptors located all over the skin, good vision, since these animals are mainly vision feeders. That is, they have to use their sight to find the capture food. Now see their excretion system. Their excretion system includes the kidneys to filter the blood or the waste from the blood, and the urine excreted travels from the ureters to the cloaca to outside or stored in the urinary bladder. As far as reproduction is concerned, they have the external fertilization in moist environment. Exceptions to the external environmenters are the salamanders. Only about 10% are showing the external type of fertilization. In others, they have the internal type of fertilization, which is occurring inside the female body. They lay jelly-like eggs and need to be laid in the water. Their offsprings develop through a process called the metamorphosis. A special mode of or the behavior is seen in them, that is for perhaps for the reproduction and for attracting the mating partner, and this behavior is called the vocalization. That is, the sound production is primarily a reproductive function of the male anurans. These calls attract females to breeding areas and to announce the other males that the given territory is occupied. These calls may also cause some hormonal changes internally to occur. Sounds are caused by the air being forced from the lung over the vocal cords and the cartilage of the larynx, causing them to vibrate. Now you are watching the members of the anurans which don't have the tail. They don't have the tail, they have the external type of fertilization, and they are showing the indirect type of development in which the tadpole form or larva is seen. Now these are the members of the urodales which have the tails actually. So the urodales include the characteristics like they have the tail, divergence in their respiratory mechanism, they have internal type of fertilization. This is the member of the Gymnophions which don't have the legs. And what are the general characteristics of Gymnophions? That they are legless, burrowing in the aquatic environment, and they are found in the tropical environment. They have internal type of fertilization. Both oviparous and viviparous species are seen in them. Oviparous means that they are laying egg and the eggs are hatched outside the body of the female, while in the viviparous species the eggs are hatched inside the female body. So these all are the characters of the class Amphibia. Thank you and Allah Hafiz.